Everyone, this is a short tutorial to show you how you can use Scholar to create digital note cards for your research projects. When you're logged in as a student and you've accepted your assignment code from your teacher, you'll see your current assignments listed here. For the purpose of this tutorial, I'm going to be researching my film senior project paper on Wes Anderson. And if you've used EasyBib before, you'll see some features are very similar. And it tends to work better with websites than with databases, but there are workarounds around that. Scholar promises that it's going to be more seamless with the databases, but they're still working out some of the glitches there. But let me show you how this works. So let's say I found this website on Rushmore, one of Wes Anderson's early films, and I want to cite this source and create some note cards for it. So with the Scholar annotation tool in my extension right here, I'm going to click on that, and as I log in, you can see that I can select all my sort of papers here. You can also see the nice thing about this as opposed to before is everything that I've highlighted earlier, and I did some highlighting before this tutorial, is saved in a cached source here, so that when I go back to the site and I'm logged in as a student, it'll save those highlights for me. So what I'm going to show you how to do is just how to use this for creating a note card. So let's say I want this paragraph, and I'm going to select this color. You can see as I highlight, it creates the note card here. I can double click on this and edit the note card title, so I'm going to call this Rushmore for the film. I can add how this works for my paper, information here. I can paraphrase the quote in my own words here and save it. And so you can see I can edit the note card right there. You'll see right here that it didn't collect all the citation information, which just like EasyBib, it's sort of hit and miss. All you have to do to get that citation information is just click, or to complete it is to select this little pencil here, and we can get the author's name and all the other information. We'll just have to enter that manually right here. So you can see as I make those changes, the citation fills out here. Here's another website that I want to use, and this one's on the Grand Budapest Hotel from an interview that Wes Anderson made with Terry Gross on her podcast. And so what I'm going to do is, again, select this. Since this is a different film, I'm going to organize it a little differently, pick a different color. Again, I'm going to change this to Grand Budapest Hotel, and then I'm going to see my highlighted quote here, and again I can add my idea and paraphrase right here to save that. You can see here too that it got all the citation that we needed, or most of it at least, and so I feel pretty confident leaving that there for now. What you're going to notice with the databases is that it doesn't collect the citation information. So if you're on EBSCO or eBrary or JSTOR or Gale, it's not going to collect those citations. But there's a really easy way to get those citations on our databases, because every one of these databases has a citation tool that allows you to just copy and paste the citation. It's right here into your notebook. So EBSCO is probably the hardest one to find. It's this little icon right here. So let's say I know I want to use this article. So I'm just going to grab the citation, and always make sure you get the MLA citation here. And so all I'm going to do is just copy this, and I'm going to go back to my Imagine Easy Scholar page and go to my sources. And from the source page, I'm going to just add a new source, and I'm going to just paste the citation right here. So there's the citation for the EBSCO article. So now, when I go to this EBSCO article, close this out, and start to highlight it, as you'll see, it's not going to get the source details. So this is true for most of the databases. It's not going to provide this. But I've got the citation already in my source list, so I don't need to worry about that anymore. And then I can start to highlight it. And depending on the database, depending on if it's a PDF or HTML, sometimes this works, sometimes it doesn't. So let's say I want this quote in my note card. If it doesn't automatically create the note card, and like I said, it does it sometimes, it doesn't do it other times. I can always just copy that quote and create the note card manually, which is just, you know, the highlighted quote. I'm going to paste that right there. Again, I can put in my idea, my paraphrase. Since this is a different film, I'm going to title it by the film, change the color red maybe, and there we go. So this is going to be true for all the databases. It's just enter the source manually to create the note card. And now if I want to look at my note cards for this, once I have that note card listed here, so here's the note card right here, all I have to do is just click on this to edit it, and now I'm going to select the source, which is right here, for that particular note card. So it's really easy because it just grabs it from all my source lists. And then when I'm done, I just save this. And so here are my 3 note cards, you know, from the websites and the database, all complete. And the cool thing about this is now I can start to organize this information. So if I want to, for example, create a group. Let's say I want to do Wes Anderson's early films. So Bottle Rocket and Rushmore are 2 of his early films. I'm going to group these together and title this Early Films. And for Grand Budapest Hotel, that's going to be a later film. And so I can start to organize my information this way. When I get time to write the outline, all I have to do is click on here. I've already started some of this, and so I can drag these. Oops, sorry. I can drag these anywhere I want and start to sort of make my outline this way. And I can add sort of new bullets here, drag them around, and start to organize my information and then export it to a Google Doc for my outline for my teacher. So it makes just organizing the information that you've taken really easily. So that's it for now. I'll have another tutorial for other aspects of Scholar, but hopefully this is enough to get you started.